This next technique, I am going to show taking some different materials, some different papers, and layering them on a board. I've started with another birch panel that's been cradled. I've primed it with medium and fused it. And then I've taken a couple of leftover colors from the past two projects and done a couple layers of color just to give it an interesting background, and fused it well and let it cool. Now what I'm going to do is, since this palette is hot, I'm going to melt some medium directly on this palette. And I'm going to take a piece of this paper. This is Reeves print paper, and I've done a rust print on it. That means I've taken some metal, I sprayed the paper with water, put it against the metal, and left it for about a week, and got a nice rusty print on it. So I've cut a piece of paper, and I'm going to lay it down on this panel. And I'm going to use the wax. Wax can be a really good medium to use as glue. And once something's embedded in the wax, it's quite archival. So I want to make sure it soaks up well. This is a thicker paper. Thinner can be good, and you'll see as the wax, as it starts to absorb the wax, the paper, what's a little whiter, starts to get a little more transparent, which is a wonderful, wonderful effect wax has on paper. So I'm going to take this and lay it down. And if I miss my edge a little bit, I can go back and trim it. This is just a piece of mat board that's been cut up, and I'm using it as a little shim. I've placed a piece of wax paper over it. Some of the wax will sort of come off, but that's okay because I'm going to put medium over this again to help seal the edges. And that edge is just a little bit loose. So I'm now going to cover the top with medium. Soak up some of what was here. Nice thing about the medium, or about the wax itself, even with a little pigment, is it tends to sort of intensify colors. So you can see how nice that rust has come out. So I'm going to let this cool a minute and then come back and put another layer of tissue on this.